Hi, it's Gloria with Cheap Yummy Shiny, and today I wanted to show you a basically swatch demo some IT Cosmetics things. I had to go buy some foundation for work, and normally I do airbrush, but sometimes I don't have time for airbrush, or sometimes, you know, I've had my airbrush compressor break. I've run out of foundation, and so therefore I have to have a backup. Or sometimes I'll entirely forget my kit, and I have a backup kit, and I keep in bag and with some other stuff in my car. And that's happened before because I take everything home on the weekends, or when I'm off for a few days, and I just take everything home and sort through it and clean what I need to clean and replace what needs to be replaced, etc., etc. So I went to Ulta and picked up things that I needed. First of all, I don't normally get CC creams or anything like that for work. I thought I would try this because the lady at the store said that this IT Cosmetics CC cream foundation was full coverage, and when I did test it in the store, it did seem like it was full coverage and very concentrated and highly pigmented. Kind of interested in that. That'll be interesting. Hopefully I don't have to take it back. So it's the CC cream, the IT Cosmetics CC cream. It's 50 SPF, broad spectrum, color correcting, full coverage cream. So it looks like it is. I got it in shade medium. Then I got the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. I was completely out of concealer. Out of full coverage concealer, I should say. And this is a waterproof full coverage concealer. It has hydrocollagen, vitamin C and K, and it looked very full coverage. And oddly, I got tan in this, even though it's supposed to be a darker shade than the CC cream. But honestly, when I swatched it there, the medium was light, like, you know, the reverse raccoon eyes sort of concealer light. For me, it was far too fair, so I was really surprised at the color difference. So we'll see. Maybe it's just, you know, they're trying to figure it out. Pardon if I just knock things around. I actually just put up a mirror here. I need to have a nice big mirror somewhere to do this. I need to have a better setup, so we'll see. I am moving at the end of October. I don't know exactly where. I'm kind of looking at apartments and trying to get something a little more reasonable, and it looks like hopefully I'll know where I'm going in the next week or so. I don't know if it's gonna, I know it's not gonna have this sort of, you know, rock wall behind me and stuff, but I will make it as cool as possible to enjoy. So I'm going to reach behind you guys and see if I can find my brushes for here. No, I don't. So I'm gonna have to be, I won't say gross because I do keep these very clean, but I have my work brushes with me just in case I didn't want to dig around too much and grab my home brushes. I'm actually going to see just what happens with the IT Cosmetics stuff without a primer. It doesn't say to not use a primer. I'm curious to see what it looks like without a primer. So, won't do a primer. So anyway, this is the 10. It seemed very, very concentrated when I swatched it at the store. So I'm just going to squeeze some out on my concealer brush, and you'll notice it's really not particularly dark. If this is the tan concealer, they go far too light on their concealer colors. So you don't want to have that white half moon look. I have both moisturizer and sunblock because I was walking around, and I'm probably going to wash this off fairly quickly at some point today because I need to go to the gym still. I've been very lazy. But so let me go ahead and do what I do for work. Oops, I have a little too much on there. That's okay. I should have gotten less. This is actually quite concentrated. I'm wondering, because I used to use the Makeup Forever. I used it for a long time because that little tube lasted me forever. And this concealer is supposed to be just under eye because of its consistency. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't have to take this back and get the lighter one, because the lighter one was really light. So I'm not really sure how this is going to go. We'll see. I'm just going to pat this on like I normally do concealer. And you guys, to let me know, this is really concentrated. I really should have grabbed a smaller amount. I'm going to have to use my finger now to pat, because I definitely grabbed too much and I'm just adding more product. But this is supposed to be waterproof and it sticks around. We'll see. And of course, I'm feeling a little puffy, a little unhealthy right now. I think I had too much sodium the past couple of days and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, that's the concealer. So I'll try to get a little closer. I know the light's not the best. Hopefully I'll have a better setup with natural light. I have no natural light in here, so I can't even do that. It would be much nicer if I had some natural light, if I could set up in front of a mirror or a window. We'll see what happens later on next month. All right, so that's the concealer. Go ahead and open up the foundation. And you'll notice medium. It looks like it matches the tan. This is the tan concealer, and it seems to match my skin better. I don't like going super light on concealers because, like I said, you have the danger of getting the ghost eye. So I'm gonna take a couple of pumps of this. It's 2 pumps. My unwashed, I mean it's clean, but I tend to wash this on the weekend and I haven't gotten to it yet. My foundation brush, cheapy from not Sally's Beauty Supply, but Beauty Supply in Jersey City on Jersey Avenue. If you live there, you know what I'm talking about. This is too much concealer. This is too much foundation. So I'll be wasting foundation. Oh well. Anyway, so no other concealer. Yeah, this is far too much foundation. That's okay. I'll just brush it out. Okay, I have a little hair from the brush. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can pull it off. My foundation has not yet set, so you have to let foundation set, dry a little bit before you do anything else to it. I wait a few minutes before I put powder on. The way to shorten your set time, by the way, is to put a layer of powder on your face before you put your foundation on. It really does help, and it reduces your need to put on powder over, so you don't have to put as much powder, and you can keep some of that glow if you want. So this is as it's setting. Now this is surprisingly full coverage, considering it's a CC cream. So I want you to notice I do have rosacea here. I also have some texture issues from like past acne. One of these days I will take care of this. Maybe you won't. I'm also afraid of over stripping, over not exfoliating, but I like the peels and stuff. I'm getting a little worried about thinning my skin too much as I get older. But you'll notice I have a little bit of the redness coming in through here. Not much, considering I didn't use any concealer at all. I put far too much on here, though. I can tell it's you know, not to mention I didn't prime my face. I had you know, pretty heavy a sunscreen on that I normally wouldn't use underneath foundation, because it does have that sort of shiny greasiness that doesn't absorb. So this is without powder. I'm going to take what's left over of this concealer on this brush real quick and just pat out the redness here just a little bit, because I normally would have done this underneath, But see, you notice that this is the tan concealer. Look at it against the foundation, and it is actually lighter. So I'm not sure about their color differences, but you know, again, I don't like a concealer that's that much lighter. I like it about a shade lighter, not 4 shades lighter. Okay, just take the leftover and pat it on over here. It is pretty covering. I'll give them that. Okay, let me grab my Temp2 Invisible Difference finishing powder. With my Eco Tools mattifying finish brush. Okay, so now that I've powdered, let everything set, it does have good coverage. Of course, it can't help any texture issues I have. Might have a little spot here and there because I get hives. For some reason, my allergies are really bad, and so I'm getting contact dermatitis from just Rosie, really, my cat. But so you'll see a little bit of redness here. I think that I would go ahead and use a little concealer right under here so I don't have to cake on the foundation too much. It does have, now that it's set, it does have a really nice texture to it. I can see that it would actually look like skin. It doesn't look like I have a ton of makeup on. Now, I can always tell if someone has foundation on, so of course I can tell that I have foundation on, but this is as close to a nice natural seeming finish as I can get with airbrushing. So I'm very, very happy with the results. I think that if you're looking at a foundation and a concealer, can't go bad, can't go wrong. The IT Cosmetics CC Full Coverage and the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, very good duo. Just be careful of the colors on the under eye. You're probably going to have to go a shade darker than you think because they seem to be very light. Outside of that, I really recommend it. This is really nice. I don't know what the length is, but if it's anything like the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Powder, or powder foundation, it has very long wearing properties. So I like this. This is good. I would definitely wear this, maybe even just for everyday makeup as well. I find it very comfortable. It doesn't feel heavy. It has a nice light feel to it. So I recommend it. I love it. Meanwhile, it's almost autumn. I hope that you're enjoying the weather change if it is changing where you are. If not, well, enjoy the weather anyway. Much love.